What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Mid-Level Media channel. It is time for my unboxing and review of the Blu-ray edition of Little Women, directed by Greta Gerwig. It was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, as you can see at the top right there. This film is starring Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh, Elsa Scanlon, Laura Dern, Timothy Chalamet, and Meryl Streep. This cover's kind of gotten a little bit of criticism online. I actually really like the cover. I like the fact that they chose one of them to kind of represent the film. And I think if you're going to choose one, Saoirse Ronan is definitely the star of this film. And she's the strongest character in the film. So I think her on the front actually fits pretty well. And I like the font right here. I like that they have Greta Gerwig up there. You have a little pull quote down there that says the best film of the year. You have the cast list at the top. This is a Blu-ray plus the DVD plus the digital. And now we look at the spine. Pretty simple. You got the Sony down there. You got the Little Women right here. And I really like this font. So let's go ahead and turn it on the back. Nice little image right there. Very, very beautiful image of them on the beach, you know, in all their dresses. That's something that was a really striking image in the film. Just because on the beach you usually don't see people in dresses and proper attire. You see them in swimsuits and stuff. Let's get into it up top. We got the synopsis. We got another pull quote right here. We have our special features, which I'm going to go into in the review portion of this video. You got a new generation of Little Women making a modern classic. Greta Gerwig, women making art. Hair and makeup test sequence. Little Women behind the scenes. Orchard House. Home of Louisa May Alcott, which is the author of the book. And down here you have the cast list. And this movie is also rated PG. So let's go ahead and take the Blu-ray out of the slipcover. So right here you have the same kind of cover, same kind of deal right here. You got the spine, the reverse, pretty much all the same images. Which is also interesting because you do have the cast list on this as well. And a lot of these movies, they leave the cast list out of the slipcover. They did not do that here. They're on both. So let's go ahead and open this up. So I'm going to pop it open right here. I already have the digital code flipped. And if you're wondering about the digital code, I'm not giving that away in this video. I will be giving that away on my Instagram page. So be sure to be following me there. Right here you have a little slip that talks about the books that they're giving away. And on the back, this is kind of cool. I don't notice this on too many movies, but if you scan the code right here, you can listen to the full album of the score for Little Women by composer Alexandre Desplat. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys. So right here, right away, this is a plus for me. This is a winner for me. You have disc art, which is actually pretty damn cool. You know, you have kind of the house right there. You have the little guy with the top hat. That's a really cool disc. I like that a lot. And automatically, you win me over when you put disc art on the on your Blu-ray setup. Because I mean, that you got me right there. I think that's an automatic plus for me. Right here, you got the plain DVD. Which, you know, it is what it is, a plain DVD. But yeah, I really like that they have the disc art on there. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up, guys. I'm going to put it back in its slipcover, and we're going to go ahead and go into the review portion of this film. So please stand by. All right, guys. So we're moving on here with the review portion of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the film for a little bit, and then I'm going to talk about the special features. I'm going to talk about the Blu-ray package as a whole, and if this is or not worth your money. But before I get into that, I'm going to ask that you all please go ahead and drop me a like down there. Just one small like. It really helps my video out, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you haven't yet and you're just discovering my channel for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe button. Turn on all the bell notifications so you can be updated for all the latest videos. So let's go ahead and talk about this movie, guys. And I'm talking about Little Women today, which is directed by Greta Gerwig. So I did get a chance to watch this today. I purchased it yesterday, and I saw this in theaters when it came out before the Oscars, and I was of the mindset that this is a really good film, but it wasn't a great film. After rewatching it, honestly, guys, I kind of think this is a great film. I really enjoyed it, almost loved it on the second watch. And, you know, I watched it with my wife today, and she really loved it. And this is just, it's a nice kind of, I'm gonna use the word traditional, and I'm not gonna say that in a bad way, but this feels like it was right out of the 90s. This in that era where you could release just good, wholesome movies, and they could also be Oscar nominated movies. And this is what this reminded me of. The movie's rated PG, so it doesn't really have an edge to it. And there's a lot of temptation nowadays to add the edge in. And they could have just as easily made these little female characters, cursing, and they could have added in some sexual content, which there is none in the film, and or sexual innuendo, and there's none of that in this. It's just a good, wholesome movie. It's a movie that you could sit down and watch with your entire family and enjoy. And to be honest, like this kind of reminds me of a Christmas movie. Like this is a movie that you could throw on around Christmas time with all your family over and just sit around and watch it and enjoy it and laugh together and cry together. And it's just it's a nice wholesome movie, and that's kind of refreshing in the day and age that we're in right now. Because if you look at all the other Oscar nominated films it was up against, there's no other film that's like that in the Oscar nominated category. So that's really cool. And all the performances are fantastic. Saoirse Ronan just gives her best performance I've ever seen. Like I really like Lady Bird. I don't love it, but this is her career performance here to me. She's fantastic in the movie. Emma Watson's fantastic. Florence Pugh is great. Laura Dern and Meryl Streep are just on a whole different level. They're legends. Timothy Chalamet, who I don't love. Like, I'm not a big fan of Timothy Chalamet. I don't know what it is. I love him in this movie. I think he's fantastic. And, Greta Gerwig, I was of the mindset that I didn't think she deserved a nomination for Best Director. When I first saw the movie, I didn't think there was anything necessarily special about it. Having rewatched it, I noticed a lot of the little things. And I think she should have been nominated for Best Director, hands down. Just the way she directs this movie with all the time jumps and how she lets the characters interact and talk with each other. And like there's just scenes where they're coming in and they're all just the dialogue's just kind of flowing and everybody's kind of talking not really over each other, but just one conversation flows into the next, and it's all just so seamless and natural, but also just feels very movie-like too. And it's a cinematic experience, and I think she did an excellent job with this movie. That kind of brings me into the next portion of this, which I'm going to talk about some of these special features because I got to watch a couple of them. I didn't watch every one. But the first one I watched was the little kind of featurette of A New Generation of Little Women, which kind of talked about just all the actresses in the movie, all the characters, and how they related to like female empowerment and how it affects women today and like their mindset of what it means to be a woman. And I found all that stuff, like I'm a dude, like obviously, but I found all that stuff just really powerful. And I have a daughter and I have a wife, and it's nice to imagine a world where they can have the same opportunities and they can be treated the same as I was growing up. And this movie kind of promotes that and pushes that forward in a way that doesn't feel like an agenda of any kind. It just feels natural. And I really enjoyed that about this featurette, how it kind of went into depth and explained the thought process behind making this movie, why they're making this movie. Like they made a movie for this back in the 90s, and a lot of people were questioning, well, why are you coming back now to make it again, like you just did it? But that's the reason. The reason they gave was it deserves to be updated every 20 years because the times change every 20 years. So they want to make it relevant to the time period. And it makes sense to me. I really like that mindset. So the other one was kind of the other one's making a modern classic. I watched some of the behind the scenes stuff and just seeing how they filmed everything and, the locations and how they shot all the locations that were in Europe and Massachusetts and how they worked within their constrained budget. It was all really cool. And I really enjoyed the special features in this. So overall, guys, as a package, and the film it really pops in HD. Like the Blu-ray transfer is excellent in this movie. And just so you know, the DVD also has all the special features, so they are on the DVD and the Blu-ray. If you switch formats up and you want to see both, but obviously the proper way to watch this is in the Blu-ray edition if you have one. It looks great. So overall, guys, as a package, I think this is definitely worth a buy. for me. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I have it in my collection now. It is one of the best films of last year in my opinion, so it's absolutely worth your money. And overall, as a Blu-ray score, just as an overall package, I give this a 9 out of 10. So I think it's definitely worth your time. It's not the most perfect movie. It is very traditional. It's very wholesome, and it's just a heartwarming movie. So go out and pick this one up. It's definitely worth it. Be safe when you're out there picking it up. Keep in mind social distancing, and you know what? Just order it off Amazon. Just order it off Amazon. I'm gonna leave the link down below so you can click on it. I'm also gonna leave my review for it that I did earlier this year from Instagram down below, so you can click that if you're interested as well. So that'll do it for my video, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Comment down below your thoughts on Little Women. Did you see the film? What did you think? And we'll see you next time.